This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. Well, the waiting is over. We are about to get started here today. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. We'll be calling the action for you. Frank, the golfers look ready to go. What kind of player is best suited here at the Sawgrass?
You have to be an all-round player, and plus, you've got to be a very good strategist. Getting your golf ball around TPC Sawgrass is extremely difficult. You've got to know exactly where the wind is coming from and where the pin location is on each and every hole.
Well, that's just how you envision it when you walk to the first tee. High and deep, right in the middle of the fairway. Good way to start. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. That is a beauty, a real beauty. Settles in over the putt. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. How about this second, a par 5?
Well, if you're brave, you try and flash it down that tree line down the left, but there's a couple of limbs that poke out. Every now and again, they catch an errant tee shot.
But this could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
Frank, they say you have to ride the wind. Boy, he's got all of that one.
Got every ounce out of the conditions.
Get down. Lay down. Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Nice, solid start to the round. Tee to green looks to be in command.
Yeah, it's surprising. I thought he might have been a little shaky out of the gate, but certainly proved me wrong.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie.
It's no snack, though.
Drops another birdie and moves to 4 under on the day. Frank, how would you describe the bunker all along the right here at number 4?
Well, it looks like it never stops. It covers really the entire length of that tee shot down the right side.
Tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from that.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
How about a third birdie on the round? Now to the 5th. This long par 4 thought to be one of the most difficult holes on the front side here at the TPC Sawgrass.
If you've got plenty of length in the bag, you can almost take it directly over the bunker on the right. But if you're not as long, you have to air down that left side. Can we get a measure on that one? That's enormous.
Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second. That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Frank, this would jumpstart the round. A third straight birdie.
Some good playing.
This is impressive now. 6 under par and 2 straight birdies. Frank, you don't want to get too cute with that second shot here at the 6th.
I remember many a time, Rich, when they put the flag right of center. You try and hit a little bit too close, those palm trees all of a sudden come into play. Hits one of those, that ball can go anywhere.
Now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
So with that make, now at 7 under par. 7th hole here at TPC Sawgrass generally plays into the wind, one of the stadium course's most difficult greens to hit, Frank.
It's a really weird tee shot here. You have those 3 little pot bunkers down the right, and then that bunker that meanders once again all the way down the left side. The bunker that's just slightly right of the canal. Very awkward angle off the tee. Game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just looks effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air, that easy.
That's nice to roll in a 25-footer now and then. Those feel good. But still, there's nothing like hitting that perfect tee ball. Long and straight.
Yeah, you can puff out your chest, last to play, the advantage, hole shorter. Basically, the list goes on. This looks like it's going to find the target.
Well, that's how you play the game, right there.
Rich, I'm starting to lose count. This is just birdie after birdie.
It's all-time stuff. I mean, this is territory we just don't visit very often. Here we are at the 8th at Pete Dye's famed stadium course at the TPC Sawgrass. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Frank, this is a hole that I really like.
And players do too, Rich, especially off that back tee where it must be about 80 yards of shoot that you go through before the hole actually starts to open up. And this green, 11 bunkers in total around the whole putting surface.
Excellent shot to within 10 feet. And this is amazing, Frank. He has knocked down every flagstick and a chance here for 6 birdies in a row.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's fine. 6?
Nudge this one home, finish it up. Did the job right there. Frank, what do you make of the final hole here on the front side, the 583-yard par 5-9?
Just depends on how much you want to risk here. If you hit a good drive down the right side, it's certainly gettable for 2, but you can make an absolute mess here at 9.
Outstanding tee shot.
Yeah, ball sitting up. You don't have to worry about the wind or anything there. You just take a full-blooded cut at the second shot from here.
Crucial eagle attempt on the way and getting ready for the putt. Now -10 for the round. Let's get the back 9 started here at the stadium course at TPC Sawgrass. Break down the 10th for us, Frank.
Well, it's similar to the opening hole. The first and 10th give you the same feeling where you feel awkward off the tee shot. Difference to the first hole, you've got to poke your tee shot towards the right side of the fairway here, turning it into a dogleg. And similar thing now, you're going back across the fairway to the green.
Looks to be a good setup going into the green here at the 10th. Getting set for another approach, our featured golfer really looks dialed in at this point.
Yeah, right now this is a great feeling to have as a golfer. Your swing's good, the timing, it's almost like it's just completely natural. You don't have to think. The swing is exactly where you want it to be. So really you're just looking at the flag in front of you.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Okay, good shot on the dance floor. So a tester from 4 feet. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. All right, hole number 11 here at the TPC Sawgrass, 558-yard, par 5. No shortage of options, no shortage of hazards, Frank.
If there's one hole at TPC Sawgrass where you can literally leap out of your shoes, this is it.
Beautiful looking shot right here.
Rich, there's great drivers of the ball. We've seen Norman, Nicholas over the years, but that there is just excellent. Lovely full turn, plenty of power, and just piped it.
Made it look easy right there, and he's such a good-looking player. When he's dialed in, swinging the way he is right now, just a pleasure to watch. That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at eagle coming up.
It's that sneaky distance.
Ben Crenshaw right there, just so smooth.
Well played before.
Frank, what's so much fun about TPC Sawgrass is the excitement that it generates for a fan and how many different holes there are. 12 is a good example.
Yeah, 12 looks like it's fresh from Scotland. You can see why Pete Dye spent a lot of time over there. Tee shot looks straight away, but the second shot is blind. The shot you get in Scotland with a wedge where you just see the top of the flagstick and you've got to really guesstimate on the yardage that you have. But a good wedge shot and someone that can judge their distance, this is certainly a birdie hole.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Knocking down all the shots today, now 13 under. One of the great things about this golf course, Frank, a variety of par 3s, different yardages. Here at the 13th, 181-yard par 3.
Yeah, this is where you have to be careful on the tee there. Anything left's just going to be eaten up by that lake. Matter of fact, if you hit one with a little bit of a hook and it catches the mound, it can still kick into the lake. So this one here, just be a little cautious on the tee. Well, this is straight at it.
That's a really good line. That is classy.
No chance of going in.
Locked in on the read and the speed. He is on a roll right now. Frank, Tiger certainly had his adventures here at 14.
Well, we'll never forget that. Spun it left. In the end, was very, very lucky to get away with 6. Had it been 7, Garcia might have just caught him at the post. But he will, and we will, never forget 14. Great Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's the next one. Judging by that light, it's not going to be too hard.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Midway through this back 9, could use this birdie here at the 14th. Frank, 2 is nice, but
3 is even better.
hard putt, soft hands, beautiful roll. Now to the 15th, and Frank, I know this is a hole that you really like.
Yeah, it gets no respect in my book, which I think is a shame. Just a nice dogleg to the right. And really 2 good shots and a 3 here, which is actually a rarity. It sets you up for those closing 3 holes. Too often people just take 15 lightly, and 15 has just a gentle nibble that turns into a bite. Rich, that tee shot there has shortened up this hole considerably. It's made a tough par 4 into, well, we'll see, but it looks like a very birdieable hole now.
You hit it right where you want. Now he has a good chance to attack that whole location. Birdie try up next. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. You licking your chops here, Frank, as a player when you get to this tee box?
Well, it's an opportunity. A 4 here certainly makes the mood better when you walk to 17 and then 18. So a 4 here is more than just making a birdie on a par 5. Rich, there's such a big advantage. You tee it up on a peg there. It should be an easy shot. But remember, this is the most powerful club in the bag. This is the one that you have to nail out of the middle of club face.
Demonstrating there and really all day that he is one of the best drivers of the golf ball in the sport. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Can't hide the flagstick from that man. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Just sensational golf, and he finishes it off with an eagle. Frank, you think about heartache here at 17 through the years, what comes to mind?
Obviously, Sean O'Hare is the first memory. I remember Len Matisse messing the hole up, Sergio Garcia just a couple of years ago when he was trying to make 2. And you're punished so severely at 17 for a miss, but you're rewarded too for bravery. And it's that fine line between being a hero and a fool, and it comes down to 137 yards.
Frank, how did he do there?
Well, he's inside 30 feet, but 27 feet, it's not exactly what you'd call close.
Wow, I thought he made that. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Lining this one up for par. Okay, no problem with that one. Now one of the more difficult holes in golf. The 18th here at Sawgrass, 462-yard par 4. In 2013, this hole averaged .39 strokes above par. What makes it so challenging, Frank?
Just that big body of water that's to the left of 18 here, that's also shared to the right of 9. Not a single fairway bunker on this in this 18th hole. So really, lack of definition. It's so hard to find a target here.
Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Frank, you have to like what you saw out there today.
I certainly did. Swing is excellent right now. Stroke, there's nothing wrong with that. Really, just it's a case of getting out of your own way. I mean, the opportunities ahead now, chance to win, just they have to be so motivating.
EA Sports is proud to present today's PGA Tour coverage. Simply put, there is nothing like it in the game of golf. It is by far the biggest spectator event in the sport. We're at TPC Scottsdale in Scottsdale, Arizona. Hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside my friend and colleague Frank Nobilo. And Frank, what can you tell us about this golf course?
Well, everybody wants to know about 16, the famed par 3 here, surrounded by those skyboxes. Once again, that'll be a topic of the day. But really, this is a regular site for the PGA Tour. So those of you that were familiar with the golf course, it's now changed. 2014, the designers Morris and Weiskopf did a massive renovation.
Well over 100,000 fans every day, better than 500,000 for the week. It's a giant party mixed in with a heck of a tournament. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. 1 under early in the round. Now to the second hole, and Frank, what can you tell us about this par 4?
A new tee has been added, lengthening this hole 30-plus yards. Plus, what used to be just one bunker on the right side of the screen has changed to a little pot bunker and the addition of 2 bunkers on the left side. Still a semi-blind tee shot, and the hole just bends softly to the left. Another very good par 4 here at TPC Scottsdale.
And that's going to stay on the fairway here at the second hole. Let's see what the dominant number 1 player can do. Rory McIlroy now on the approach shot. So on the putting surface, and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second. Not a real hard game, is it? Birdie to open. Frank, what's the strategy here off the tee at the par 5 third?
For the long hitters, they still think that they can reach this par 5 and 2 comfortably with a good tee shot. For the shorter hitters, it really is a thought about where you lay up that second shot to try and leave a good third shot yardage in. Still a good tee shot, though. That hazard down the right side protects against someone who's a little too cavalier off the tee.
How about that tee ball? Not just in the fairway, but way down the fairway.
Yeah, a lot of people can hit it long and crooked. Long and straight, that's the hard one to get. That is absolutely in prime position.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Oh, just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
So a tester from 4 feet. Frank, this is the kind of start every player wants.
He's swinging it well. Certainly hit the ball in the right place there, and good thing too. He's actually putting well.
I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
Playing some outstanding golf right now. That's another birdie and 5 under par. Now to the 5th hole and a challenging par 4.
Slightly longer this year. Played off a new tee at the back, and there used to be 2 bunkers down the right side. They've now been put together to form one, and in the perfect position that really make you think about your tee shot. It takes a very big drive to try and carry that bunker on the right. It's going to be at least 315 plus yards to get past that. Green itself still tilts a little left to right and back towards the player.
Frank, in golf, as we know, there's short grass and there's long grass. We all want to be in that short grass, but it doesn't always work out that way. So what's the most important element from the shot, from the rough?
You have to be a little bit more conservative first and foremost, because you can't guarantee a perfect strike out of the long grass. So therefore you have to look around the greens, maybe short, to the right, to the left, and realize what's involved. And also just give yourself a slightly bigger target.
Crucial eagle attempt on the way. This is a cross-country special. This one has a good line. That's good. I like it. Oh, they're going to love it. What a putt. Frank, where's the difficulty here on the 7th hole, the par 3 of more than 200 yards?
Well, Rich, front hole locations are always probably the toughest here because that's the narrowest part of the green. Bunkering really hasn't changed, and the green still does widen up, but the hole tends to play slightly uphill.
Sensational shot right there, Frank.
Oh, you start beating your chest after a shot like that. That's the best we've seen into this hole to date.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count, and that is 9 under for the day. That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Superb shot.
Well, that's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Finishing out the front side now at the 9th, and Frank, what do you think of this par 4?
Nice way to finish the front 9, Rich. Very thin green, protected by that little splash bunker in the front. Iron players get a real advantage here. One bunker down the right side to be aware of off the tee, though. I doubt anybody could carry that. I'm loving that balance. Whoa, talk about taking the head cover off and let it fly. That's beyond long.
Goodness, did he get all of that one? Wow. Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Let's see if he can make it 3 in a row.
He can't be that good.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Getting set to start the back 9 here at TPC Scottsdale. We're on the tee at number 10.
A dogleg right par 4, and if you teed off the first, this is going to be the first true dogleg right that you'll face. A little bunker put down the left side. Ideally, you're going to have to play left and short of that, which is going to leave you something in the vicinity of 150 yards to a green that should be very receptive.
Drivable par 4, not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot. Beautiful stroke right there. Finds the bottom of the cup with ease. Now at the par 4 11th, Frank, I really like this hole.
Well, you might be the only one, Rich, because this is an absolute scorecard wrecker. Water all the way down the left side. There's 2 bunkers. Don't worry about that. They're not off the tee. They're around the green. They protect the left front and the back. If you think you can bail out down the right side, well, you could find cactus and all sorts of crazy things down the right. And believe me, go down there, more than anything, they'll wreck your scorecard as well.
Getting set for another approach. Our featured golfer really looks dialed in at this point.
Yeah, right now this is a great feeling to have as a golfer. Your swing's good, the timing, it's almost like it's just completely natural. You don't have to think. The swing is exactly where you want it to be. So really you're just looking at the flag in front of you.
So just a formality here. Wow, they're falling like rain today. 8 birdies on the card. Well, Frank, this is kind of the forgotten par 3 on the back 9 here at TPC Scottsdale. All of that attention on hole number 16. What do you think of the par 3 12?
This is by far tougher, Rich. Downhill tee shot, especially off that back tee. Bunkering down the left sort of it catches your eye, but it also takes your eye off the water, which is behind and to the right of this green. You've got to be careful. This is a real sleeper, this par 3.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now. Let the birdie blitz begin.
Par 5 13, chance for birdie or maybe even eagle if you're bold and brave enough, but also, Frank, chance for disaster here?
Well, there is. Water very much in play down the right side. There's a bunker down the left too. If you finish up in that, there's no way you're going for this par 5 and 2. Then it becomes a little bit of a zigzag mission. The second shot either has to be hit down the right side, just skirting that bunker in the front, or it has to be all carry.
And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Just a sensational shot, and he will have that for an eagle.
Amazing. Just like that, pick up 2 on the field.
And it is down for an eagle. At the 14th now, it's a par 4.
And a dogleg left once again. The bunker on the left side's been pushed out to the fairway to really make you think whether or not you can carry that. It's a lengthy second shot because it's going to play a little bit uphill. And this green is well protected on the left side with the 2 bunkers.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. That is classy.
They had a chance of going in.
Locked in on the read and the speed. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. Great scoring opportunity here at the par 5 15th, but Frank, I'm wondering, as a player, is your mind beginning to think about what's ahead at that par 3 16th hole?
Oh, they are. This is really the finishing stretch at TPC Scottsdale, where you get all these swing holes. 15 is a swing hole. 16, 17, and 18, where so many changes in the score can actually happen. But this one here is all about finding the fairway. A good drive down here will be well rewarded because you'll have a chance to reach this par 5 and 2.
That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
Frank, the one moment that sort of made the 16th hole what it is today would have to be Tiger's ace in 1997 here at the TPC Scottsdale when it was raining plastic cups.
It was also his reaction, too, and that ushered in the Tiger Woods era that we became associated with, which is the fist pumping, the rowdy spectators. And he was one of the few players that bridged the gap between spectator and golf course. And it still goes on till today. And I think Rory McIlroy probably is the only other player that starts to broach that type of inside and outside atmosphere with golf.
Still to this day, it's the loudest single moment that I can ever remember hearing on a golf course. What a display of power and precision off the tee. On the green here on the par 4 in 1. Count that for eagle.
Rich, 18 was always considered a long finishing hole.
Not for J.V. Holmes.
Yeah, the water was always in play. And then the day he took it over the left side and carried everything and went on to win, that completely changed the way this golf course played ever since that day.
And it resulted in some of the changes we're seeing now.
Yeah, evidence, the new bunkering down the left side, but it showed us all how much and how strong these guys are, how much they've improved over the years.
Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second. Just a well-played approach shot right there. Only about 10 feet away and a good look at birdie here. Getting set now over the putt. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Really good round out there today. What's the mindset, Frank, to keep it going?
First thing, really, Rich, just try and keep the same composure for tomorrow's round. Get some rest. We know that. Shouldn't really have to hit the range. Swings in good position. Just keep it easy and visualize how tomorrow's going to pan out.
This is EA Sports. PGA Tour coverage coming up next. Frank, what should the golfers be looking out for today?
Going to have to play well from tee to green for a start. That's where most of the problem is. It sets up beautifully for what we call a second shot golf course, providing you can get the ball in play. You will get rewarded for good iron play around here. The reason why is because when you miss, you're penalized.
Teeing off to start the round here at PGA West. This first hole is a 445-yard par 4. Frank, walk us through the first tee shot.
Only the longest hitters won't roll. He is winding this one up. Does he have the power, though?
Wow. John Daly, take a back seat, big fella. How about that drop?
Is it stopped yet? It's still going.
Ends up in the first cut, and he'll have a pretty good look at the hole location from here.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
Okay, good shot on the dance floor. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Par for McIlroy, but you're just waiting for that moment when he hits that accelerator and pulls away. Second hole's just 371 yards. Frank, are players licking their chops thinking they need to make a 3 here?
Yeah, if you can just accept the fact that you're going to have a longer second shot than you'd think for a hole of 370 yards, then that's the first way to overcome this. Just put yourself a short iron in your hand. Do the attacking with the second shot.
Second shot coming out of the rough here.
Well, Mr. Ball does not meet Mr. Fairway. It's off, rough.
Good swing, good shot yet again. How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. That's a masterclass in short game.
Shouldn't be a problem here. Even par early on. Moving to the third hole to par 4 again. This one 471 yards.
Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good.
Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
Look out left.
And there's rough over there.
Mishit, wrong club. What happened there, Frank?
All of the above, maybe. It's a little bit of a head scratcher. Wasn't that hard a shot.
This from 7 feet. Still even par for the day. Now at the fourth, par 3, and Frank, what's the key here?
Somehow find some green grass. The name sandpit pretty much tells you what is around the green.
That shot does finish up on the green, but it sets up for a very difficult putt. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Just ideal. Good speed on that putt and just a tap in remaining. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Routine stuff for Rory, that's a par. Well, here we are at the first par 5 of the day. The fifth, 535 yards. Frank, break it down.
It's called double trouble. Reason why, there's the lake on the tee shot on the left side, and then he's reversed it up there on the second shot. He put the lake on the right. I tell you, there's long and long, and that with a little bit of breeze behind, it's long.
He rode the wind there to payday. He's going to have a good look coming up. That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at eagle coming up.
It's at sneaky distance.
Bottom of the barrel, and now the 2 under. Frank, I love a par 3 where you have to hit one solid golf shot. Anything less, and you might pay a severe price. 255-yard par 3-6. What a hole.
No, you love watching somebody else play a par 3 like that.
You're right. Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked. Rich, with a lie like that on the rough, you're going to get too much grass between club face and ball. You're going to have to adjust for that and at least take a club or two more. I mean, there's skill, and that was sublime.
Just good hands, coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. Good roll, solid. That's a par. Frank, this is like a big water park here at PGA West. We saw it at the 6th, and here again at the 7th, a challenging par 4, 346 yards.
I've never, ever seen anyone try and drive this green, so it's just a layup. You see the bunker down there in the distance, that really is the stop sign. So something that's short of that, but really what I prefer is try and lay up on a nice number, something that you got a full shot in, whether that be a 9-iron or an 8-iron or a wedge. You'd like to have a full club in here.
So toweled off, dried off, and ready to go.
Yeah, let's hope this swing he hasn't still got the floaties on.
Third shot now after the last one found the deep blue.
Yeah, you can still minimize the damage here. It's only one bad shot that you got punished for. Good recovery shot. Couldn't make the green, but at least he's back in play.
Played the smart shot right there. Frank, no reason here to think we're going to see anything other than another good shot.
Yeah, in a great flow, and golf like this looks easy.
Missed that one, and it is going towards the rough. Frank, better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that looked like it was headed for that thick stuff the whole way, but a little fortunate. But then I guess you're allowed that in this game.
Now at 1 under for the round. Now the second par 5 on this opening 9 here at PGA West. Frank, what are we looking at?
The bunker down the right side gives you that optical illusion because it sort of has that curvy edge to it, plus it sort of moves its way to that right side, and then you notice there's a bunker on the left that sneaks in on the left side. So this isn't just sort of blaze away off the tee. It still requires a good straight tee shot. If you do err a little bit, then you've got to be very cognizant of the bunkers up on the left side as you get closer to the green.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing. Rich, that was some shot out of the rough. I really didn't think he could even get that on the green.
Well, just to get it on the green, as you say, I think is a big win. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knocking him for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the course.
Stays at 1 under with that par. Frank, the 9th hole, a par 4 measuring 452 yards. This is no picnic.
This is the toughest tee shot on the front side. The easy way to bail out down the left side, it might appear that way off the tee, but then it becomes a zigzag hole where it's very easy to clock up something like a 6. The bunker down that right side, just 300 yards to get past that, but it's almost like he gives you an option there. If you do want to challenge that right side, the bunker just might save you from going in the water. But there's no question, the best drive is down the right, but it's the most dangerous one. Oh, nice strike, Rich. Not quite directly in line with the flag.
Just drifting a bit to the right, but he'll settle. Locked in on the read and the speed. Well, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Just a couple of feet. 1 under for the round. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. We are back at PGA West, getting set to continue the action on the back 9. Beautiful hole here. Rock border that lines the water here at number 10. It's 416 yards. Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
This is a good-looking shot. Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Makes birdie, continuing to amaze on the greens, Frank.
Putted well all day, Rich. Had a couple of good holes early on and just, I think, found the groove. Has taken it to another level. Game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just looks effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air, that easy.
Okay, the second shot now at this par 5. So, third shot now for Rory McIlroy. Good chance now after that approach shot for a birdie.
Oh, he was so precise coming in, and the measurement is 9 feet away.
Well done. Another birdie, and now 3 under par. To the par 4 12th here at PGA West, short at 363 yards. Be a little disappointed with that because it lands in the rough and it appears to be fairly thick over there.
Not too bad. It's about 23 feet away.
He didn't hit the flagstick, but he still has a chance. Go ahead and do that. What a putt. Now teeing off here at the par 3, 13th. Tricky par 3 here, the 13th, 214 yards.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Second shot coming out of the rough here. So the golf ball ends up in that first cut. It's a little bit less than 2 inches. You can see the golf ball. Should be able to get at it, but may not be able to control the spin. We'll see.
Oh, that was solid, Rich. This one's safely on.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. -3 now for the round. Well, Frank, kind of a make-or-break hole here at the 14th, par 4, 389 yards.
Yeah, for the Cavalier player, you can sort of go at this this green in a more direct line. 290 yards will take all this bunker down the right out of play. Just leave you a flick in here. I'm going to say that's not a bad play, really. If you don't do that, then you just got to thread it down the left. I'm loving that balance.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. That's how you play the game, right there. Stick it in close and then knock in the birdie. Shouldn't be a problem here. Nicely holed. Fourth birdie of the day. Well, Frank, we are turning home. It says so on the scorecard here at 15.
It is, and once again, another example of great bunkering by Pete Dye. Bunkers on a lot of golf courses are just simply left and right, but what Pete Dye does, he lets them cut in, especially that one down the left side of the fairway it cuts in, so it has to be avoided, and it's going to be about 280 yards to take it completely out of play. That's probably the best line, is to get it just past that last bunker on the left side. This is definitely not going down the fairway.
It doesn't look good. I think it's going to be in the deep rough. Pretty good result right there, considering...
It looked rough all the way.
Exactly.
Rich, really did.
Rory McIlroy looking to take advantage with this putt. Good effort and good par putt. Here we go now, the final par 5 of the day, Frank.
Yeah, decision on how much you bite off here. If you play the ball to the right, then it's going to play its full 600 yards. But if you can take it in a direct line at that green, you're going to chew off a little bit of yardage. But you have to be able to carry that bunker.
And through the years, a lot of excitement here at this par 5 16. Frank, it makes the game easy when you play it from the fairway.
Especially when you play it from a lie like that.
Now the second shot to the par 5. Frank, this one's not looking good.
Yeah, certainly not down the fairway line, heading toward the rough.
Well, he'll have to get up and down from the bunker to save his par.
And an awkward little bunker shot. Just splash it out, let the ball run towards the flag.
And great execution. Right out of the bunker and right next to the hole. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
Well, we've arrived at Alcatraz, the signature hole here at PGA West. making it look easy at this point. Another beautiful approach shot. These putts keep the round together. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. Well, here we are at 18. It's a par 4, only 439 yards, but again, we've said it all day long, water to deal with.
It's a great driving hole here, Rich. You don't necessarily have to hit driver. There's three groups of bunkers that are really in play off the tee shot. It's the one in the middle. It's around 290 yards. That's the one you really have to focus on. For stronger players, there's nothing wrong with hitting 3-wood off the tee there. You're still only going to have a shot of 150, 160 yards. Whichever way you look at it, it's something that you think you can find the fairway with. It was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Frank, just into that first cut.
Yeah, it's sitting up. Really, this isn't too bad a situation. Not a problem there, Rich.
Finished the round with an impressive 67. Frank, what a day of golf out there. This is really an exciting golf course.
It is. It's so nice to see it back on the PGA Tour rotation. Great golf courses deserve to be seen, and more importantly, they deserve to be played.
This is EA Sports PGA Tour coverage coming your way. Hello again and welcome. I'm Rich Lerner, and beside me is my friend and colleague Frank Nobilo here in the state of Arizona, getting set for a wonderful day of golf. The Grand Canyon is the site for the action today. And Frank, how about this golf course?
Amazing, Rich. From a design point of view, absolute genius. But if you're like me and suffer a little bit from vertigo, don't look down, because the cliffs all the way down to the Colorado River, well, it's an enormous drop-off. So ball that doesn't find the fairway, you'll be re-tan.
That one needs to hit a tree or something because it is headed out of bounds. This shot from 105 yards away. Frank, I know you love boxing as I do. McIlroy has that big punch knockout ability. It has you on the edge of your seat because, you know, at any moment he might end the fight.
Yeah, there's always a spark there, or a little simmer, and you think it's just going to burst into flames at one stage and just ignite Rory over any stretch of holes.
On the green, and a chance for birdie here on the first hole. He can really get red hot with a putter. Let's see what McIlroy does. Wow, that hurt.
It did. Shot gone forever.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Even par early on. So, Frank, our first par 3, it's the second hole, and that green is kind of lonely out there.
Plus, it's built up a little. As you can see, nearly a perfect circle. Hole is 285 yards, and the two bunkers in front, really, they're not that bad. They'll save a shot, really, from sort of bouncing elsewhere. But really, anything on the green, you'd take right now.
285 yards, that's a long poke, but again, it is downhill, 36 feet downhill to that green. Steady all day long, that one about 20 feet away. He'll settle. Getting set now over the putt. Missed on that one, Frank.
Yeah, not a problem.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Drops it, and he's at even par.
Yeah, this is a daunting tee shot. Long par 5. You can see the arches. Somehow keep the ball either low enough. If you hit one up a little too high, then you will catch the top of the arch.
You want to take it right under it, Frank? This is a really cool-looking tee shot, isn't it?
It's very intimidating, and you can hit it either left or right of the rock pile up ahead. Either way will work, but if you hit it down the right, then you're going to have to cut that second shot. And this is like hitting down a railway line.
Hard left doesn't look that good to me. Well, you can see a little bit off balance on the tee, and that one is going to be in the rough. We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. On the green, sure, but plenty of real estate between the ball and the hole. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Still playing even for the day after the par. This is the 4th hole. It is relatively short at 345 yards, but what a wild layout.
It is. This is almost shaped like an L to the right. Very, very sharp dogleg right. Especially when we look above, you can see that big rock pile in the middle there. There's a sliver down that right side. You can play a little pinball and perhaps get to the green that way. But this isn't just about aiming down the left, Rich. You've got to get that right distance off the tee. Otherwise, you can hit it too far, be blocked out, hit it short, blocked out. So for a short hole, very deceptive.
Frank, it took some prodding to get me up in the hot air balloon, but now that we're here, I can't believe what I'm seeing. The views are just to die for.
Well, Rich, it certainly was a first for me as well to call golf from a hot air balloon, but I guess we did have the best seat in the house to see all of the canyon from that area. The way in which the golf course weaves its way through, I think is just is something that I've never seen before. Donkeys instead of caddies, the bison tee markers. You could almost see history evolve in that, and the fact that we now have a golf course in this area, and we have a bird's eye view of it.
Frank, I think that's going in the bunker.
Looks like it.
That is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game.
Solid play, heart of the green. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Tough hole has this now for double bogey. So, 2 over par for the round. All right, Frank, let's see what he does.
Yeah, blind tee shot. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing. That just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop.
Just a little tap in here. So he has that for bogey. I can't help but think that the double bogey back on the fourth hole seems to have really put him off his game. Here at the par 5 sixth, 625 yards.
You have to take a bite out of the rocky road here, up and over the railway line, and somehow underneath the arches. From there, you're hitting, to an island green, you might say. But there's no water. It's just surrounded by rock and canyon.
Caught that one flush, Frank. That was beautiful.
What was the movie again? Dead, solid, perfect? Well, it's going to take a good one here considering what they've already gone through, Rich. Right now, that green is going to look very small, so it's going to take a good shot here to give himself an opportunity.
Some really poor play to this point. Good-looking shot right here. That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at eagle coming up.
Really? This is that awkward length.
So the eagle goes begging. He still has this for birdie. So with that putt, 2 over par now. Now at the par 4 7th hole, this an unusual fairway to say the least, Frank.
It's special. The reason why it's special, because it's shaped like an S. If you play it as a straightaway hole, then you're going to have to stay before that rock crop and then be far enough back that you can at least get over it in a direct line to the green. Otherwise, you're going to need a bit of a cut off the tee, and that would be fairly brave. Easy way, because the hole's not too long, it'd be to lay it up. More difficult, more enjoyable way is to cut it to the right and try and find a gap.
Frank, it really is an ingenious design here. Not missing by much today, but enough to again be in the bunker. All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know. It might just go in.
Trying to generate some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie.
Ooh, chance for birdie.
Wow, I thought he made that. Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Rolls in the par putt, stays at +2. Now to the very long par 5 8th hole here at the Canyon. How long, Frank?
Over 700 yards, Rich. I thought it's the Olympic Club at the US Open a couple of years back when they made that par 5 700. I thought that was as long as it could be. No, we can even exceed that. Miss the canyon on the left, avoid the rock wall on the right. Well, I don't know if you can reach it for 2. But these boys, if they push the button down and mash it, you just might be one of the first to do it.
Standing on that tee saying, don't hook it, don't hook it. Crucial eagle attempt on the way. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Well, you could see he thought he had that.
It looked in the whole way until the end.
Just a couple of feet. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He is just so explosive. Ready to round out the front side on this par 4. It is another steep drop here, Frank.
And this hole is enormous. We've blown past the days of 500-yard par 4s, and we're into the high 600-yard markers. And that green all the way down the end just sits out on the top, on the edge of a cliff face. So a good drive essential here, and, well, close your eyes on that second shot. There's plenty of peril in front of you. The rock on the left, there's that bunker that comes down on the left side as well. And as that hole starts to narrow up, but the second shot here has to be one of the hardest on the golf course.
This one looks right on point. Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. He can really get red hot with a putter. Let's see what McIlroy does. All right, he's starting to bounce back now. Really impressive after that tough stretch. Back-to-back birdies. So we're ready to start the back nine. Rich Lerner for EA Sports, along with my partner Frank Nobilo. Frank, tell us a little bit about the 10th.
Yet another tight tee shot, Rich. This time the canyon is on the right side, though. And you can see that left side well protected by that wall of rock. Not an overly long par 4, but once again, you've got a threaded drive down there to have any chance to really see this flag.
That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. No way! He holed it, Frank.
Great pitch shot.
And again, trouble left. This is not the day, not the golf course, to be fighting a case of the duck hooks.
Well, this 11th hole, it doesn't seem overly long, but it's a hole where a long tee shot's going to give you a huge advantage because you're going to get a nice look at that green. I say long, but you also want to be straight here, just like all the other holes we've seen so far. Trouble left this time. Canyon, well, it drops down to one of the other holes, and of course that big rock of wall down that right side, which, well, for millions of years has looked fantastic.
Well, that's what the great ones do. From the rough, they use their skill and their strength to get it out and get it close. Really locked in. How about 4 birdies now for the round? Up to the par 3 12th, and again, I've said this before, Frank, you do not want to miss it left.
All long. This green just juts out there at a 45-degree angle. Must fly it all the way through the air. That bunker might save you, gives you about another 5 or 10 yards, but you've referenced it long left, and you will be in trouble.
That's good stuff right there. Wonderful approach, and now a really good look at birdie. Settles in over the putt. He is on a roll right now. Frank, now to the 13th hole, and this is the signature hole, isn't it, here at this course?
There's no doubt. The lovely waterfalls that come off one side of the mountain, drip over the side by the green. It's reachable for some players, but the second shot across that little oasis is just magnificent. This is one place, too, where you take the camera out, take a few shots. If it's a layup, though, you've got to consider that fairway when it starts to thin out, that you might want to lay it back in that fatter area of the fairway. It's a little easier. Oh, this is right at it.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. See if he can give his round a real big boost. This putt is for eagle. Good work right there, now to 6 under. Frank, what's cool about this hole is on that third shot, presumably, I don't think anybody can get home in 2 at about 900 yards, but on that third shot, there's just no 2 ways around it. You have to fly it over the canyon.
Rich, I'm scared of heights. I can't afford to look to the right there. That is a massive drop-off down the side there, and, well, when he goes after it like he is here, grab the fire extinguisher, put out that ball is on fire. It's melting going through the air.
Oh, my goodness, Frank. Did you see that? He just annihilated that.
He just threw precision out the window. This is all about brute strength, and that is miles. You know, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough.
Well, Mr. Ball does not meet Mr. Fairway. It's off, rough.
Just trying to make clean contact from the rough. Oh, without a doubt, that will be on the highlight reel later tonight. Excellent shot. This is the par 4 15th, and again, just a spectacular backdrop here, Frank.
Well, as the player's view there, you can just use the mountain with a little boulder on top, really. It's a great line. You can see the big rock crop on the right. That's really protects the right side of the fairway. So the more you look at it, the more complicated it gets. So really you want to simplify it. Just straight down there at the tall rock crop. That's your line. Hit it far enough down there, you will have a full view of the green for your second shot. A little short, and well, you might have to get a different line.
And from the rough, he manages to not only make the green, but get within easy striking distance of the hole.
It's amazing. Doesn't matter how close it goes. It's an extra shot. That one will definitely hurt.
Getting set now over the putt. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Now to the par 4 16th hole, and Frank, again, the canyon comes into play. The wildlife is out here. We have the hot air balloons with the gallery gathering in just the most unusual setting I have ever seen.
This is an absolute bizarre hole, really. It just turns around. It's in the shape of a U. And the best view of that green, really, is to drive it all the way down the corner and down the right side. The right side, of course, is the closest to the canyon. There's a lot of wildlife up the top here. Not only that, but this hole also plays uphill. So this is probably the hardest tee shot on the golf course.
It's almost like a question mark, and you have to be asking yourself,
the question.
What in the world am I doing out here? How do we play this? Just enjoy it.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
What a nice shot. Right on the green and a pretty easy putt on the way. Not a gimme, but well within his range. You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count, and that is 9 under for the day. Now to the 17th, Frank, and obviously a really tight driving area.
I've seen corridors that are wider than this one. The hole's not overly long. That's the positive side of it. But it is, without doubt, incredibly narrow. Now, you can play pinball here because left off that mountain should come back down, and right should also come back down. So we might see a little bit of pinball, but somehow get it in between those two, and it will leave you with a second shot to a green that pitches slightly back towards you.
That was a good run right there. Almost went in.
At least he's seen the line as it went past the hole. So just replicate that on the way back.
Clean this up with a tap. Did the job right there. Frank, you like a par 3 finishing hole?
Every now and again. This certainly suits this golf course. You flash it from up in the air there. Those two bunkers, the one short and behind, actually protect you if you miss club off the tee, especially coming from that much elevation. Once again in trouble there should you miss that. Colorado River, as we've seen, cutting through this wonderful golf course, very much apparent here. But, well, you never know. One good tee shot in the middle of this green, to finish with a 2 here would be an amazing finish to what's been a great day. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Second shot coming out of the rough here.
I mean, this skill, and that was sublime.
Just good hands, coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Bit unfortunate, loses a shot here with that bogey. Frank, I have to say, I've been impressed by the level of golf today. Really came out here with a solid game plan and executed.
And consequently, a very solid round. Continuing with that kind of play can certainly put you in the winner's seat.
Presented by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Well, this golf course goes back a long ways, to 1878, in fact. We're at Royal Troon Golf Club in Scotland. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. And Frank, where are some of the scoring opportunities out here?
Well, normally when the Open Championships played, the breeze comes out of the sort of northwest, which means those first few holes are played down breeze and then the closing stretch is played into the breeze. So really you sort of make your hay on the way out and then you hang on for dear life on the way in. That doesn't really change because you have some rather short par fours to start.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
In the hole, and that'll bring the score to 1 under. Frank, as we step to the tee here at the par 4 second hole, just 391 yards, but a classic case on links golf where the bunkering here is just so much different than a classic American layout.
And it's also where a change of strategy will certainly help. Remember, the ball's going to run much further here in Scotland than what it will in America. So you can use a shorter club and let that ball to run out to the normal distance you would hit it, perhaps with 2 or 3 clubs more. Should be safely on deck.
Just a beautiful approach shot. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Just a little too much juice on that birdie putt, Frank.
It was bold, very bold.
1 under early in the round. Back to the tee box here on hole number 3, and there are a few club selection decisions that come into play on this first shot, Frank.
There is. The reason why, there's a burn that cuts through from the 16th hole all the way across the golf course through the middle of the third. And that stops, or should I say starts, at about 285 yards. That really has to be at the forefront of your mind.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Beautiful approach shot there and a good chance to take advantage. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Collects another birdie with that stroke and goes to 2 under. It's a dogleg right, par 5, the 4th hole. Can you cut the corner here, Frank?
Well, you don't have to. There is a bunker down the right side that's going to take at least 280 yards to get past that. You can also cut it around there and sort of follow the shape of the hole.
Wow, Frank, look at that one run out. Just blistered that tee shot.
Well, that has to be 325 if it's an inch.
Third shot, looking for a good one. And it makes the green in regulation.
rack up another one.
On to the 5th hole now, Frank, and this is really where the old course starts to test the golfers. It's just over 200 yards. You happy with a par 3 here?
You are. This is one of the toughest shots, certainly on the outward 9. There's 4 bunkers of this par 3. You don't really worry about the one that's short left, but the one just on the front right of the green is the biggest concern. You've either got to go around it or carry it.
Chance to get it close here. Frank, how impressive is this performance so far?
You've got to tip your hat. Really just play good from the first hole on. Rhythm is good. Hit a lot of good shots. Very smart decision-making as well.
Routine stuff for Rory. That's a par. And what a good hole. They call it the slopes. And the rough off the right-hand side of the green, really some of the most punishing on the entire course.
And the one thing you don't want to do is actually leave it up there on that high side, because it means that you'll be chipping downhill.
Well, he pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. You'll need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
So from the rough back to the fairway, that's the right way to go.
Yeah, didn't take the bait. And at least now he's only going to play the price of a poor tee shot. Still got a good chance, though, getting away with par. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
That will be a great look at birdie. These putts keep the round together. Good putt and a good move. Now to 4 under. Frank, we're moving inland now. And what are we facing here at this par 4 7th hole?
Just a dog leg to the right. Ideally, just a little cut off the tee.
Good contact, good result.
That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, how impressive has this round been considering the strong winds?
Oh, it's remarkable, Rich. You look at everybody else out there struggling. This has been a round to savor.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. And what happened here in 1973?
The old squire, Gene Sarazen himself, made an ace.
He was 71 years old playing his final Open. Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Yeah, this would be nice, Frank. I mean, you talk about jump-starting around. If he were to make another birdie, wait, really have it going in the right direction.
You can sort of feel it too. People around there know. I've seen birdies to this point.
Frank, the 9th hole, 423 yards, not especially long by today's standards. You're looking to make birdie here? You happy to make a par and move on to the back 9?
Well, there's certainly a chance for birdie. One of the hardest things about the 9th is the raised green. And it's sort of, there's 2 tiers here, just the top level. If that pin is on the top level, then you would certainly walk away with 4 very happily.
Well, that's how you play the game, right there. Frank, this is a nice run right here.
Oh, yeah, and this is very makeable, too. Excellent chance for 4 in a row.
Has to be feeling good right now. Looks good with 2 straight birdies and 7 under on the card. Excellent front side, trying to keep it going here on the second 9.
He's just playing beautifully, hitting so many good shots, giving himself so many opportunities. Can he keep it going?
Looks to be a good setup going into the green here at the 10th. Setting up for the approach, this player in total command.
Yeah, it's beautiful. The decision-making, club selections being spot on, but the execution, the swing, is really what I'm admiring right now.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Early part of this back 9 and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie. Wow, I can't believe he found the cup on that one.
Clean up on aisle 5.
Frank, if you needed a reminder as to just how difficult this 11th hole is, none other than Jack Nicklaus had his problems here.
Yeah, he turned pro in 1962. He just won the US Open at Oakmont, and then he came to Troon, and on the 11th hole, he made a 10. That's right, double digits.
Second from an excellent lie. On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. I mean, you just don't see this too often. How about 9 birdies on the card today? What a round. Frank, how do you size up the 12th hole here at Royal Troon?
Well, first look at 430 yards, you'd think it'd be a rather easy par 4. But that's not really the issue. The issue is gorse right and left. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. They'll pay a little bit of a price for missing the fairway here, because from that rough, you cannot control the spin on the golf ball. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Okay, good shot on the dance floor. Trying to stay steady, make a par. Those keep the round going, those par putts. Frank beginning to head towards home. This is the 13th of par 4.
Another dogleg right. Problem isn't really the tee shot here, even though there's undulations and mounds all over the fairway. Second shot's played uphill to an elevated green.
Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Frank had hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
Yeah, you wonder what he's thinking on that.
Just a couple of feet. 9 under for the round. On the tee here at 14, it's another par 3, Frank.
You don't get caught looking at the front of the green. That's where it's at its most narrow. Ideally, something that pitches just into the top of that mound.
Good swing, good shot yet again.
Not too bad. It's about 23 feet away.
He didn't hit the flagstick, but he still has a chance. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Just drip that in.
Well, it's 4 1/4 inches. Use it all.
Frank, now at the 15th, and how hard is this par 4?
The key really is to get the ball on the fairway here. Avoid those 3 bunkers, because this is one of the flattest greens on the golf course. Get the ball on the green here. Any putt's makeable. Well, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Frank, where's this one headed?
Well, might just catch the left side of the green. Might be on the dance floor, but it's going to be a long way away from the band.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. On the way. Oh, he's going to love it.
How far was that? That was miles away.
Well, Frank, it always seems to come down to this. Your work on the putting green.
And there's so many things to consider, but first and foremost, speed. If you hit a putt firm, it's going to take less break. You hit it soft, it's going to take more break.
Not on the fairway here. This could be a tough shot coming up next.
Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
So missed the fairway, and now he's back where he needs to be.
Yeah, minimize the problems.
So third shot now for Rory McIlroy. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Oh, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
He has this for a birdie. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. Final par 3 here at Royal Troon. It's the 17th. And what kind of a hole is it, Frank?
Well, this takes your best long iron shot. Normally plays back into the prevailing breeze. You miss this green on the left, it will run all the way down the hill. The bunkers might look short, but if your tee shot isn't hit properly, it'll puff up into that breeze and certainly find a pot bunker.
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot.
You know what's better than 2 birdies in a row?
What's that?
3. That's what he's going for.
That's a turkey in bowling, isn't it?
He's no turkey.
Missed on that one, Frank.
Yeah, not a problem.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, at the 1989 Open Championship, Greg Norman was in great position in that playoff with Mark Calcavecchi, and I believe it was Wayne Grady. What happened to Norman?
Well, he started off tremendous in the playoff. The playoff was 1, 2, 17, and 18. He birdied the first and the second hole. Missed the 17th green just on the left, took 3 from the edge, which allowed Calcavecchi and Wayne Grady back in. Then took driver up off 18. It bounced just 1 hop too far and found that bunker on the right side. And, of course, the rest was history, and Mark Calcavecchi was crowned the Open champion.
The great white sharks so often so unlucky at major championships. So maybe a nice way to finish up with a good approach here to the 18th and a good chance for birdie. All right, good putt.
The rhythm of that stroke. Didn't try and bash it in the back.
Frank, that was an impressive round out there today.
Couldn't agree more, Rich. We've seen some great shots out there, and I'm excited to see how the rest of this tournament plays out.